Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my YouTube family. Good afternoon. I see y'all. I see y'all. Thank you for all the love. I see you. I see you. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, Twitter. Good afternoon. Half of Facebook, y'all still locked out. Have to remind y'all, I'm not all the way there. I'm on the Tamara for Georgia page, but y'all know what time it is. Good afternoon, Clubhouse. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you for joining me on the new Wisdom app. I am Tamara Shealey, y'all. I am Tamara Shealey. And you know what time it is. It is Keeping Up with Congress, y'all. Keeping Up with Congress. We are at the 5 o'clock hour here on the East Coast. I have come to you Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 5:30. Since January, y'all, since January, we have been doing Keeping Up with Congress. And today is our final broadcast. It is our final broadcast. Hey, family. I see you, lady. Big old hug. Today is the final broadcast of Keeping Up with Congress, y'all. We have been doing this since January, and the goal was to get us through the first 1,000 bills in the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives, the U.S. House. So we have, we've done it. Today, we're going to reach 1,000 bills over in the U.S. Senate. We've already reached 1,000 bills in the House. I feel good. I feel like this was preparation for our reparations. Let's say that again. Preparation for our reparations, right? We needed to know the players. We needed to know the game. You know, we're not going to go to Congress to be figuring this out. We needed to have a landscape, like know the landscape, right? We're not going there to just twiddle our thumbs. We needed a heads up and a start. So I'm so proud of what we've done. I am going to come back in the new year with something, y'all. I'll just give you a little sneak peek. I'm working on a podcast, so we'll have a podcast, but I got to designate as much time as possible to the campaign trail. I don't know what January through May is going to hold, but I anticipate that we're going to be busy, and I'm ready for it. So we got to be ready and in position. So today is our last Keeping Up with Congress, y'all. We will get through 1,000 bills today. I just want to say thank y'all for all the love, the support. You know, I tell you, y'all know the story. This is not my first run. This is not my second, not my third, not my fourth. This is my fifth consecutive run for office, y'all. We've been on this campaign trail talking about race, racism, race relations. That's how I started out. Softball, y'all, softball. Then I got, connected to the reparations movement. And since that being bit by that bug, it took my racism, and race relations, the conversations that I was having, softball conversations. I look back on it like, oh yeah, reparations was the next level. So we're here. We are here running for the United States Senate, y'all. So let's dive in. Let's get through these bills, because today is the day. It's the day. So Senate Bill 978 is the Flexible Financing for Rural America Act of 2021. Flexible Financing for Rural America Act of 2021. This is introduced by Senator Tina Smith. She's a Democrat out of the state of Minnesota. It says this bill allows rural utility service providers to submit to the Department of Agriculture, which is the USDA, a request to adjust the interest rate or modify the terms of certain loans. It says the request shall include a report summarizing how the adjustments or modification will assist the borrower in providing critical utility services to a rural community. So this is the Flexible Financing for Rural America Act of 2021. Rural America needs all the help it can get, y'all. Rural Georgia, I tell you, if you go down there, you better make sure you out before it gets dark. It's pitch black, and it's long roads, and those roads don't have no lights, and you might see a house every 2 miles. I need you to get out of rural Georgia before it gets dark if you don't know where you at. So Rural America Act, y'all, of 2021. This is Senator, again, Tina Smith, Democrat out of the state of Minnesota. Senate Bill 979. Senate Bill 979 is a bill to amend the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021 to authorize additional funds for the Emergency Broadband Connectivity Fund. It says it is to provide grants to states and tribal entities to strengthen the National Lifeline Eligibility Verifier to provide for federal coordination between National Lifeline Eligibility Verifier and the National Accuracy Clearinghouse. Y'all, that was a lot that was said. This bill requires some pretty extensive research. I'm a lean on y'all to dive into 979. It was a lot. It was a lot. That's Senator Wyden, Ron Wyden. He's a Democrat out of the state of Oregon. This it has to do with emergency broadband and grants. And yeah, I don't know. We would have to dive into what the National Lifeline Eligibility Verifier is. So there's a lot to unpack with this legislation, Mr. Ron Wyden. Most of these bills have titles, as we've seen, that we could clearly kind of navigate. This one here is over. It's a lot. So Senate Bill 979, y'all. Senate Bill 980, Bill 980, Reopen for Kids Act. Reopen for Kids Act. This is Senator Haggerty, Bill Haggerty. He's a Republican out of the state of Tennessee. This Reopen for Kids Act, it says this bill prohibits a local education agency, LEA, from receiving additional COVID-19 relief funds while the LEA has remaining unobligated COVID-19 funds. It says unless the LEA submits and implements a plan to provide full day in-person instruction 5 days a week to all medically able students at its public schools. So they want them to reopen the schools, Reopen for Kids Act. And with these unobligated COVID monies, you're not going to get no more before you reopen schools. So then this is Senator Haggerty, Bill Haggerty, Republican out of the state of Tennessee. I see you, Wisdom. I see you over there. Clubhouse, I'll be over at the half hour. Senate Bill 981. Oh, I did look this one up. It says, this is a quote from Senator Haggerty. He says, it is critical that we get our kids back to school and parents back to work. And that means taxpayer dollars should not be used to fund local educational agencies that aren't prioritizing full-time in-person learning. He says school closure has disproportionately hit hardest already vulnerable students, including minority and low-income families. He says it is shameful that 3 months in, the Biden administration still has failed to put forward a sufficient plan to fix this problem and get our schools safely reopened immediately. So the Reopen for Kids Act will go a long way in solving this problem. So this was early on in 2021. This bill was introduced by Senator Bill Haggerty, Republican, again, out of the state of Tennessee. Senate Bill 981 is assuring regular consultation to have indigenous voices effectively solicited at. This is Senator Patty Murray, Democrat out of the state of Washington. It says this bill establishes requirements for tribal consultation prior to the sale or transfer of certain federal civilian real property. And federal civilian real property generally refers to federal real property assets, including public buildings, occupied and improved grounds, leased space, and other physical structures under the custody and control of a federal agency. So this is the assuring regular consultation to have indigenous voices effectively solicited act. This is, again, Senator Patty Murray, Democrat out of the state of Washington. Senate Bill 982 is the ICBM Act. This is Senator Markey, Edward Markey. We know who he is, Democrat out of Massachusetts. It says this bill addresses the transfer and use of funds intended for defense programs. It says specifically, the bill requires the Department of Defense to transfer $1 billion of unobligated balances intended for its ground-based strategic deterrent program to the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases for research on the development of a universal coronavirus vaccine. So this is Investing in Cures Before Missiles Act of 2021. So that's what the ICBM stands for, Investing in Cures Before Missiles. Senate Bill 982. Senate Bill 983. Senate Bill 983 is the Choice Act. The Choice Act. This is Senator Whitehouse, Sheldon Whitehouse. He's a Democrat out of the state of Rhode Island. It says this bill requires the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services to develop a public health insurance option that meets all federal plan requirements and is available on state and federal health insurance exchanges. So this is the Choice Act, which stands for Consumer Health Options and Insurance Competition Enhancement Act, or the Choice Act. Senator Whitehouse, Sheldon Whitehouse, again, he's a Democrat out of the state of Rhode Island. Senate Bill 984. Senate Bill 984 is the Break Free from Plastic Pollution Act of 2021. Break Free from Plastic Pollution Act of 2021. Senator Merkley, Jeff Merkley, Democrat out of the state of Oregon. It says this bill sets forth requirements and incentives to reduce the production of a variety of products and materials, including plastics, and increase efforts to collect, recycle, or compost products and materials. So this is the Break Free from Plastic Pollution Act of 2021, Senate Bill 984. Senate Bill 985. Senate Bill 985 is the Save America's Clean Energy Jobs Act. Save America's Clean Energy Jobs Act. Senator Carper, Thomas Carper, he's a Democrat out of the state of Delaware, Democrat out of Delaware. It says this bill allows taxpayers to receive direct payments of amounts relating to the tax credit for the production of electricity from renewable sources. It says the energy tax credit and the carbon oxide sequestration tax credit in lieu of such credit. So this is the Save America's Clean Energy Jobs Act. Again, this is Senator Carper, Thomas Carper. He's a Democrat out of the state of Delaware. Senate Bill 986. Senate Bill 986 is the Carbon Capture, Utilization, and Storage Tax Credit Amendments Act of 2021. This is Senator Tina Smith, again, Democrat out of the state of Minnesota. It says this bill extends the carbon oxide sequestration tax credit through 2030. It says it also permits taxpayers to elect to receive a payment in lieu of the tax credits for carbon oxide sequestration and qualifying advanced coal projects. So this is the Carbon Capture, Utilization, and Storage Tax Credit Amendments Act of 2021. Senate Bill 987. Senate Bill 987 is the CARA 3.0 Act of 2021, CARA 3.0 Act of 2021. This is Senator Portman, Rob Portman, y'all. We know who he is, Republican out of the state of Ohio. We've seen lots of bills from him. It says this bill addresses substance use disorders by expanding access to treatment and recovery services, providing for housing protections, and requiring other activities. It says specifically, the bill reauthorizes, establishes, and expands support for treatment of recovery services. And this includes access to treatment in the criminal justice system and other settings, and for particular populations such as pregnant and postpartum individuals and youth and young adults. So this is substance abuse disorders, y'all. CARA 3.0 Act of 2021. Now we're at the quarter of an hour. We're 15 minutes after, y'all. I asked it, I always have to pass the collection plate. We are running for office, y'all. We're running for office, okay? This is how this game is played. We have to have money, right? Go to the website. I always ask that you would consider becoming a monthly contributor. I tell you, when we're able to see those dollars that we know are coming the next month, we're able to plan and prepare. Please, y'all, we got 6 months. Moment of silence. 6 months. 6 months. And this is it. This is it. We have to win this primary election to make it to the general. We're going to get to the general. I feel very confident, y'all. We can win this primary, y'all. We can absolutely win this primary. And I'm telling you, our message of reparations will make America great. We're going to marry us to that movement, because there's a bridge in this, y'all, and I see it as clear as day. I see it, y'all. We got Republicans that get this. They get it. They see where we could take this. So we got a message, y'all. We got momentum. Let's win our primary, y'all. Let's win this primary to the United States Senate, May 24, 2022. I'm passing the collection plate. Please go to the website, donate, and become a monthly contributor to this campaign so we can count on you and count on those dollars. All right, let's dive back in. Senate Bill 988. Senate Bill 988 is the Japanese American Confinement Education Act. Japanese American Confinement Education Act. This is Senator Schultz, Brian Schultz, Democrat out of the state of Hawaii. It says this bill establishes a museum program on the historical importance of Japanese American confinement during World War II and permanently reauthorizes the Japanese confinement site preservation program. Now, I don't believe nothing permanent, y'all. When I see those words permanent, I mean, I don't know. That's permanent means forever. I don't know. I don't know when I see permanent in politics. I don't know. Don't stick too well with me. Senate Bill 988. Senate Bill 989, Senate Bill 989, and let me put a disclaimer, not that I'm against the bill or the initiative. When I see that word permanent in politics, I don't know how I feel about it. But coming back, 989, Senate Bill 989 is the Native American Language Resource Act of 2021, Native American Language Resource Act of 2021. This is Senator Schultz, Brian Schultz, again, Democrat out of Hawaii. It says this bill authorizes the Department of Education to make a grant or to enter into a contract with an eligible entity, an institution of higher education, to establish, operate, and staff a Native American Language Resource and Training Center. It says the center must serve as a resource to improve the capacity to teach and learn Native American languages. So this is Senator Schultz, Senate Bill 989. Did I skip one? Y'all, I did. I was in a hurry. Senate Bill 990. No, that's right. I didn't. Senate Bill 990, Northern Rio Grande National Heritage Area Reauthorization Act of 2021. Senator Martin Heinrich, he's a Democrat out of New Mexico. It says this bill extends the authority of the Department of the Interior to provide any assistance to the Northern Rio Grande National Heritage Area in New Mexico for another 15-year period. So this is the Northern Rio Grande National Heritage Area Reauthorization Act of 2021. Senate Bill 991, we got about 10 more minutes, about 10 more bills, y'all. And this is our last Keeping Up with Congress, y'all. Oh, that's okay. We're on to the next. Senate Bill 991. Senate Bill 991 is the Corporate Tax Dodging Prevention Act. Corporate Tax Dodging Prevention Act. This is Senator Bernie Sanders. Y'all, we know who he is, independent out of the state of Vermont. It says this bill modifies tax provisions relating to certain large domestic and foreign corporations to prevent offshoring of jobs and factories and tax evasion. So that's Senate Bill 991. Senate Bill 992. Senate Bill 992 is the Help Students Vote Act. Senator Cory Booker, New Jersey. We do know who he is, Democrat out of the state of New Jersey. It says this bill addresses voter registration of students who attend institutions of higher education that participate in federal student aid programs. It says the bill also directs IHEs, which is the institutions of higher education, to use a specified portion of federal work-study grants to compensate students for civic engagement activities. Senate Bill 992. Senate Bill 993. Senate Bill 993 is the Preventing SBA Assistance from Going to China Act of 2021. Preventing SBA Assistance from Going to China Act. This is Senator Marco Rubio. We know who he is, Republican out of the state of Florida. Preventing SBA Assistance from Going to China. It says this bill prohibits the Small Business Administration from providing aid, counsel, or assistance to a small business concern that, one, is headquartered in China, or two, has more than 25% of voting stock owned by citizens of China. So this is preventing the SBA assistance from going to China Act of 2021, Senate Bill 993. Senate Bill 994 is for the 99.5% Act. For the 99.5% Act. This is Senator Sanders, Bernie Sanders, y'all. Independent Vermont. It says this bill imposes an increased tax rate on the decedent. The word is decedent. I had to look it up. It's decedent estates, gifts, and generation skipping transfers. That means deceased. I was like, is that descendant? No, it's decedent estates. And that means deceased estates, gifts, and generation skipping transfer. So this is on the 99.5% by our own Mr. Bernie Sanders, Senate Bill 994. Senate Bill 995 is the Stop Student Debt Relief Scams Technical Corrections Act. Stop Student Debt Relief Scams Technical Corrections Act, Senate Bill 995. This is Senator Tammy Baldwin, Democrat out of the state of Wisconsin. It says this bill revises the requirements for third-party access to the central database for student aid. So this is the Stop Student Debt Relief Scams Technical Corrections Act. Senate Bill 996. Senate Bill 996 is the Impact Act. The Impact Act. This is Senator Wicker, Roger Wicker, Republican out of the state of Mississippi. It says this bill establishes a grant program to assist certain institutions of higher education with setting up a program that prepares minority students to participate in the telecommunications workforce. So this is the Impact Act, which stands for Improving Minority Participation and Careers in Telecommunications Act 996. Senate Bill 997, just a few more bills and a few more minutes. Senate Bill 997, the Office of Manufacturing and Industrial Innovation Policy of 2021. This is Senator Klobuchar. We know who she is, Amy Klobuchar. Democrat out of Minnesota, y'all. It says this bill is to establish the Office of Manufacturing and Industrial Innovation Policy and Strategic National Manufacturing Policy for the United States to provide manufacturing and industrial perspective and advice to the president. It says to provide for a comprehensive survey and cross-administration management of efforts to ensure global leadership in manufacturing critical to the long-term economic health and national security of the United States. So this is a bill, Senator Klobuchar, Senate Bill 997. Senate Bill 998. Senate Bill 998 is Senator Coons. This is the Driving for Opportunity Act of 2021. Driving for Opportunity Act of 2021. Christopher Coons, Democrat out of Delaware. It says this bill authorizes the Department of Justice to make grants to states that do not suspend, revoke, or refuse to renew a driver's license of an individual based on such individual's failure to pay a civil or criminal fine or fee. So this is Driving for Opportunity Act of 2021. Senator Christopher Coons, Democrat out of the state of Delaware. Senate Bill 999, y'all. One more. Save Rural Hospitals Act of 2021. Senator Mark Warner, Democrat out of Virginia. Democrat out of the state of Virginia. It says this bill establishes an area wage adjustment floor for Medicare hospital payments in states that are not frontier states and excludes such adjustments from certain budget neutrality rules. So this is Senator Mark Warner, Democrat out of Virginia. Y'all, this is our 1000th bill. We made it, y'all. I feel so accomplished that in 2021, we have gone through the first 1,000 bills in the U.S. House, and we have now made it to 1,000 bills in the United States Senate that we have reviewed, y'all. Reviewed Senate Bill 1000. This is the Virginia Wilderness Additions Act of 2021. The Virginia Wilderness Additions Act of 2021. Senator Kaine, Senator Tim Kaine, Democrat out of Virginia. We know who Tim Kaine is. It says this bill adds specified additional lands in the George Washington National Forest as part of the George Washington and Jefferson National Forest in Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky to the rough mountain wilderness, and designates specified land in the forest as a potential wilderness area for incorporation into the rich whole wilderness. So y'all, we made it. We made it. 1,000 bills in the U.S. House, 1,000 bills in the United States Senate. We have done our homework all year long. We did our homework. We've seen these. We see these bills. There were certain categories we discovered that these bills fell into. Again, they were abortion bills, veterans, immigration, national security, gun legislation, streamlining the processes, y'all. We saw these bills fall into some of in these categories. You know, I told you there were certain areas of interest that we, as you know, once we get there, there is no compromise around food, air, water, and land. We got to get that right. Right? Food, air, water, and land. This is our country. This is our world. Like, we got to get that right. But we made it, y'all. I am so proud of us. We made it from January to now. We have gone through 1,000 bills in the United States Senate and 1,000 bills in the House. We made it. We did it. So I feel like we know who these legislators are. We got a good lay of the land. We know who these legislators are. We kind of see some of them have sweet spots, whether their interest is climate or manufacturing or, you know, certain industries. We've kind of seen where these legislators are landing. Some of them kind of have like this little signature. They're known for certain bills or certain initiatives. I feel like we've done our homework in 2021. So now the next step, y'all, is 2022. It is Thanksgiving next week. I am going to take a couple days just to decompress and give my mind and my body a time to just kind of slow down just for a little bit. But this campaign trail is going to heat up. We are running against millions of dollars. Can we compete dollar for dollar? No. Are we trying to compete dollar for dollar? No, we're not. But we're gonna do all we can. We're going to spend every dollar wisely. We work hard. We have a lot of volunteers, a lot of foot soldiers, a lot of people that are behind the scenes. And I don't talk about that much, but when I say we, just know it's we. It's more than me. And there's a lot going on, a lot of wheels, a lot of irons in the fire. And I can just tell you that we're going to need all hands on deck to defeat the Reverend Senator Warnock. We're going to have all hands on deck, because Black people, and I'm going to speak just about Black people in my last few minutes of Keeping Up with Congress. There's so many that are like they're enamored, like he's a shiny object, and they put him up on the shelf. But that's not what we need in this day and age, and that's what that doesn't move the needle. So he can't go back to Congress. We can't send him back. So we're going to need all hands on deck. So I want y'all to eat good for Thanksgiving, but just be mindful that as you start to do your holiday shopping, be sure that you have this campaign on your Christmas list. Let me say that again. Make sure you have this campaign on your Christmas list, because this is going to be your next Christmas, your Christmas after, and the Christmas that comes for your children, your children's children, your children's children's children. So I want you to be sure that you put this campaign on your Christmas list. Make sure that you are making your donations on a monthly. We got 6 months to get past Warnock. 6 months. We got to have all hands on deck. 6 months. Because when we win that primary, we're the Democratic nominee. Now we're going to need the Democratic Party to support us the way they have supported every other candidate prior. So we're going to be banking on that support, right? And that means monetary. That means whatever we need, because we're going to be the candidate, right? So we're not going to let the Democratic Party get off and not support us and give us all the resources we need. They're not going to throw this race, because if they do, we're going to throw them under the bus. Take that to the bank and cash it. So look, 6 months. I am Tamara Shealey. Go to the website. I just want to thank y'all. We did our homework in 2021. We did our homework. I appreciate you sharing the broadcast, doing all you can. And this is a race that we're going to win. So I just want to say thank you. I love you all. Be on the lookout. We're coming back with a podcast, y'all, just to kind of let you know. Be on the lookout. It's going to be a podcast because we got to free up the time that it takes to do this. We got to be prepared to be wherever we need to be in the new year. So let's go, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got a race to win. I love you. And I will see you. Let's go out with this. Let's go out with something a little different today. Let's see. Let me find it. Let me find it, y'all. Let me find something to take us out. My jam, y'all. Let me find my jam, y'all. Here we go. Here we go.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our check. Young prodigies. Get out. Free. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud, 1, 2, mic check. Cream, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
Kicking the door, coming for our 40 acres and more. Our 6.4 trillion. Miss said no, we fought the Civil War.
We came from the poor. Start from the bottom, we still on the floor. We pray to the Lord. Amen. Picking the cotton, our fingers are sore.
Straight out the underground, escaping from slavery. The only cemeteries that we had were the trees. Watching our bodies while they blew in the breeze. Niggas in the north side to get free.
That way came from slavery. Where's on the mirror once you say on me? Put her head on the door, put the werewolf schemes. Stick to the north side to get free.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud, 1, 2, mic check. Cream, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
We taking them back. Putting Pettis Bridge on the map. Police came with the strap. That son niggas buddy, no cap.
Stop capping.
Speaking of cap, Kaepernick taking knees at the flag. Where my justice at? We built this nation, better give me them racks. All fat, just imagine a little bit of gasoline. 4 girls got bombed back in 63.
400 years, yeah, we still ain't free. Our rise, we rise, take a knee.
Kaepernick.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations, say it loud, 1, 2, mic check. Cream, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me.
Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40 and our paper.
We stuck in the trap, with no shoes, trying to pull up bootstraps. Increasing the gap, wealth got bigger, so we had to adapt. Discriminated cause we black, I know it worth more than I know it's a fact. They tryna feed scraps, strike me on board so we can't come back.
30 years ago on April 19, Yusef and Try Remy Chemical Reed.
If it happened today,